So, for the past few weeks, I've been wanting to make a video um, about scenarios that may make a Jamaican taxi man angry, not necessarily because you did anything wrong, but because you didn't know the right thing to do. Alright, I'm going to explain what I mean. So, alright, for instance, right, a Jamaican taxi man can get angry for several reasons. And one of those reasons, or let's say the scenario, I'm going to give to you now. Alright, before we do that, we're on the site now, SBT Japan, and all right, give me a second here. All right, so you may hear some cars passing in the background. Yeah, I'm near the window. But anyways, all right. I was gonna pause, but let's just keep it as is. I'm just gonna record. All right. So this site is SBT Japan, and this site has some of the most popular cars that are shipped to Jamaica. So if you notice, you see the Boxy here, the Pro Box, highest van, Noah. These are some of the most popular vehicles to use as a taxi. So let me just show you how simple things like this can make a Jamaican taxi man angry at you. So if you were to click on one of these, let's just click on the Noah. And not even looking at pricing, we're looking at the car itself. So I want to see like some pictures if possible. So alright, looking at the pictures now. Alright. I want to see a particular picture if I can find it here. Alright, so I want to see a picture of the door if possible. Alright, let me see. Alright, let's go back to this one or this one. Alright, so this side door. Alright, so a lot of the taxis have an automatic door now, some don't. So this is a scenario. Let's say you go up to a taxi man's door and you ask them if they should open it, or you ask them if they should open it, or you open it. Now that can make a Jamaican taximan angry because you don't know that you're supposed to be the one to open it. That means that they've disengaged the lock, and it's not automatic anymore. So you'd be the one to manually open it. Or it could be a case where you go up and assume that the door doesn't work, like it's manual and you have to pull it, and you touch that door. That could also make a Jamaican taximan angry at you. So yeah, because you're pretty much, they're gonna say that you're mashing up their automatic door, and so it's kind of a Russian roulette. You're gonna be wondering which instance you're in, especially if it's a car you're not familiar with. They will still get angry with you because you should know, you know, that you should either not open the door or open the door, even if this is the first time you're seeing that car. Anyways, moving on. So as I mentioned, see the Pro Box that we saw on the first page. Let's go back here. All right. So I mean, seriously, these are the typical things you have to deal with. It's not a case of you doing anything wrong in particular. It's just that you didn't know what the right thing to do was. So otherwise, all right. So looking at some of the popular vehicles. Let's go back again. All right, because it's taking me to another page. All right, give me a second here while this loads up. But anyways, looking at, all right, so there's another scenario I'm gonna give you. So Jamaica has several notes, banknotes, the notes that we use to pay, like our currency. We have up to the 5,000 on note. Now this note is one of the things that can actually make a Jamaican taxi man get angry at you, especially if you were to have this note on a particular day. That day being the day after Sunday. Now, on a Monday, it is one of the worst things you can do on any particular Monday, especially in the Monday morning. It's one of the worst things you can do to have one of these notes because it is traditional. I can almost say traditional for a Jamaican taximan to not have change on a Monday, like the ability to change the money into smaller notes, to make change based on your based on how much you'd be paying. So let's say you had $5,000. $5,000, and your fare was $170, right? And you gave this no. Arguably, this is a fair thing to get angry at, especially if you have a case where, so with Jamaican taxis, it's gonna be like a load of people, and you may have like, let's say your first 2 to 3 trips, you have like 3 persons, each trip having the same bill, so now deplete your change really soon. So, all right, let's minus that. Yeah, so it gives you back $4,830. All right, so yeah, my math is pretty good. All right, so it's $4,830. All right, that would be your change. So, if you think I'm joking about this, right? Let me just show you a video here from TikTok.
She is really brave trying to pay a Jamaican taxi driver with this.
So yeah, it's a real
She is really brave trying to pay a Jamaican
stuff that can make a Jamaican taxman angry at you. Another scenario. Okay, so all right. If you're on a section of road that is not, let's say, not the best. Let's say bad road that has like potholes and all that. Um, you're supposed to give the Jamaican taxman the right of way because they are in more of a rush than you. And if you do not, or let's say they have to make a like a U-turn, they may stop in the middle of the road and do a U-turn. These are just common things. But if you don't allow them to make that turn or allow them to merge in, you may end up in a scenario where you are cussed out because of that. So it's one of those things where you have to be very careful and be mindful. It's not that you did anything wrong. You're in the like right lane. Let's say you're in a line of traffic, in a like a line of traffic. A Jamaican taximan may drive up and then kind of use a hand gesture to tell you that they're gonna come in front of you, and this is normal. This can happen pretty normally, right? Because especially with the back to school now, the traffic is a bit longer, so you'll have a lot more instances of more taxis wanting to like coming out of the traffic and trying to bypass it and go around it and all that. So you may have a case where they will try to come in before you, and if you don't let them in, even though you weren't doing anything wrong, you were right on your journey trying to follow the rules, they'll get angry at you for not letting them in quickly enough, or um if as I mentioned, if they wanted to do like a U-turn, they may like just cut across and stop the whole traffic and do like a U-turn. And if you were to like blow your horn or anything like that, that may cause them to become infuriated and start cussing at you. So you need to be careful. Not that you did anything wrong, because they are holding up traffic, but because you know uh you interrupted them trying to go the other way to get back to that load. You may put yourself in a bit of a problem. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's the video. Yeah. Let me know if you want to do anything else like that.
driver.